the act. So again, it wasn't about trying to decide anything as much as just, having to be patient on a process that we couldn't control.
Does this change anything for you guys logistically in terms of locations of where you have to travel? Because I know Conference USA had a pretty decent map, but it was mostly in the southeastern United States for the most part. Now it seems like you've got a much bigger base. Is anything going to change for you guys logistically?
Well, there's some obvious differences, right, in the different cities that we'll go to, but the footprint is not dramatically different. Honestly, while we do go as far up as Baltimore and Philadelphia, and out to Wichita, Kansas, we do not go to El Paso. So in some ways, we were already going to Norfolk, Virginia. This is a little farther than that, but not a lot. We were already going to Boca Raton to play Florida Atlantic. We're still doing that, but now we go to Tampa as well. So it's really not that different for us, honestly. And one of the great things about this for us is teams like, say, Southern Miss, for example, who's been a great conference opponent. Now they can be a great non-conference opponent. So it creates some other advantages in our non-conference scheduling too.
Mark, does this announcement come with an announcement of the 2023 football season schedule?
Not quite yet. We've not seen the 23 football schedule. We have our non-conference games set, but the conference schedule has not yet been released.
Mark, we talked when you guys opened up that new facility for basketball, and you kind of mentioned what a year it's been. Would you say this is one of the more healthier schools? I think you kind of said you put a lot of these facilities up against anyone, one of the most healthier schools athletically in the country right now.
Oh, gee, I mean, I would love to brag, Ryan, and tell you yes, but I certainly don't want to say that and at the same time, diminish the great work that's being done nationally by my peers. I feel good about what we're doing at UAB, and I feel good about the progress that we've made. And I'm also really excited about the other things that we're going to do to continue to improve, which our fans will enjoy and our teams will enjoy. But I feel great about where we are. I feel great about the future, and I know that a lot of those things are what made us attractive to the American Athletic Conference.
Mark, with so much uncertainty in college sports in general, what's the emphasis for you, this being an example of always evolving and always finding out what you can do next to keep surviving when nobody really knows what's going to happen in the future?
People say if you're sitting still, you're going backwards. And that's really true in athletics. It's true in every business, but it's so competitive in college athletics. You've got to be evolving and doing things that are better for your student athletes, better for your coaches, make people's work easier, help them work smarter, whether it's technology, facilities, building our budgets that allow them to travel in a different way, whether it's go play more competitive games in different parts of the country. All these things go into building success, and obviously hiring great coaches. You're not going to achieve anything if you don't have great coaches too to build onto those great facilities. And those two things go hand in hand, and it's how you get great players, and those great players are the ones that win on the field and on the court. So it all works itself out, but you've got to be constantly evolving and improving, or you might as well be going backward.
Mark, what's the biggest plus in moving to the AAC?
Our provost said something that was very interesting. Our president, Dr. Watts, and I went around to various groups asking their thoughts as the news was breaking that the three schools would be exiting the American to go to the Big 12. Dr. Watts and I, we knew that there was a possibility that we could get an invitation and the opportunity to join. And so we started asking different groups. He and I met with all of our head coaches. We met with all of our deans of each of our colleges. We met with the vice presidents of the university and just said, hey, here's what we think about it. Here's what it means to us financially. Here's the differences that we know, and there's a lot of information that you don't know. One of the biggest things is, in asking our coaches, do you think this will be a better league? Well, their question back is, well, who else is coming with us? it depends. And so we didn't know when we got the call, we had no idea who else, that the commissioner of the American, Michael Resco, we had no idea who else he was calling. So you're flying blind a little bit, right? And, but our provost said something that I really appreciated. We were talking to some members of the faculty, and she said that the association with other metropolitan areas to carry our brand was incredibly valuable in student recruitment. She said the ability to go to Tampa, New Orleans, Memphis, Tulsa, Dallas, these cities that we had not been going to, Philadelphia, and going up to Annapolis, which is that Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, the ability to carry our brand to those places was really good for student recruitment. And I would say, yeah, it's that, and it's both student and student athlete recruitment, as well as associating our university with other great academic institutions that we would say that we align better with in the American Athletic Conference.
That comment that you made about telling recruits now, the date now. I mean, that's probably been one of the bigger issues that coaches have been saying to you is, yeah, we're going to the American, but when? And I saw the statement that the president put out. Is that the big deal really of yesterday, is now we know? And how big is that really?
Yeah, we haven't shied away from the question, are you going? Yes, we knew we were going. The issue has just been, when are we going? So yeah, now to have that information, our staff knows, our coaches know, and every recruit we speak to, they know, and we can say so with a definitive voice and be confident that we know what we're talking about, and we're not just guessing. We're not saying we believe we'll go in 23, and now we know we're going in 2023. No, it's just there's 1,000 details and reasons why that is positive for us in the way that we do our work.
You guys have any other final questions?
All
All
set.
right.
Thanks, Mark.
Good. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Ted.
Thank you, Mark.
appreciate
Thanks,
you guys
Ted.
giving us an
Yep.
opportunity.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Congrats.
Hey, look, y'all, this is going to be good for all of us. I mean, really, this is, think about how exciting this is for all of you, and the competition that's going to be coming here to Birmingham. And I mean, I would think in your world, this is something that you're going to enjoy too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
huge for Ted Feely. Huge for Ted Feely.
That's really why